Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome, everybody, to Reseller Group Therapy. I am Primo Kimo. This is Spam Banshee. This is Pokey, who's having a fit. And let's welcome to the room the beautiful, the super intelligent. Oops, I did it wrong. Hayfrosells. Where's Hayfrosells? Now we lost them. Sorry. Here he comes. There he is! Aloha! And the dog's up on the table.
What's going on? Aloha, Pokey! Pokey!
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we can turn this down now. Aloha, everybody, and welcome to Reseller Group Therapy.
Pokey is so excited today.
I've been working out. You notice anything different about me? I've been working out. Okay, welcome everybody. We are here to hopefully make everybody smile a little bit today and talk about, not too serious of stuff, but if Hayfro's here, you know there's going to be some serious conversation about something. And then he's going to laugh. Those are two things we know.
Maria was like, what's the topic today? I'm like, we don't really have a topic.
Yeah, we just go for it. I have to use a title to make a video, so this one was like taking control of your business. That could be anything. And then afterwards, I realized because of my last video, I didn't have as much people watching. I was really surprised, and it was because it was so positive. I was like, the future is so bright, I have to wear shades. I'm like, cowabunga. People are like, nah.
Today, you were like, the Death Star is a...
Yes. I feel like that works much better, but...
The Stormtroopers are on strike. The Death Star is ready to get fired up. And
right. It's on its maiden voyage right now to Alderaan, which is never good. Welcome, everybody who's here already. Carl's here. Major Win is here. Jen and Ladybug are here. Gina and Amy. Intergalactic Microsystems. Mike Sellers. Biff Boffo. Aloha. Quirky Picker. And Silver Hair Stacker all in the house. Here comes the horn. Block your ears if you don't like it.
I always think of that Beastie Boys song, Intergalactic, when I see that.
Intergalactic,
Yeah, me
of course,
too.
Microsystems.
Intergalactic planetary.
Love it. So you guys, I'm on a roll on eBay. Anybody else on a roll on eBay? Is everybody else on a bun? Anybody on any bread product? Anything good happening on eBay for anybody except for us? And why would it be just for us?
I mean, we were talking before. Mine is just barely getting the bare minimum cut for me. Mine's not on a roll yet, but my local sales are doing good. And I had my first Etsy sale the other day.
Awesome. That's sweet.
Yeah.
What's interesting is you always told me too that, they were trying to beat us up at last year so that we would get used to low sales. That's what's happened to us. So we're kicking butt, but actually no. We have experienced over the past month something akin to pre-eBay apocalypse. A renaissance. So I'm very excited about that. You're very excited about that too, right?
The Renaissance?
Yeah. You don't seem that excited, but you are.
Yeah. Sorry.
We went to Costco the other day like we were rich again. And that was awesome. I enjoyed that. That's when I got the sockeye.
You bought a whole case of alkaline water, right?
Yes, I did. I got alkaline water. I got sockeye salmon. Did not enjoy the sockeye salmon, but we'll go to Costco again this week because we can do that. That's what I do when everything's good. We go to Costco a lot. That's this body by reselling and Costco. Thank you.
The mentality, like the attitude and the mental well-being definitely ebbs and flows with sales, which is unfortunate, but
it does. We're feeling real good right now. Jen, Anton, aloha. It's Humpity Hump Day. Let me just say hi to anybody else. Trailer Trash Flips, aloha. Welcome.
Did you say hi to Basket Noodle?
No, I'm just getting there. I did say hi to Mike Seller. Basket Noodle, aloha. Have enough money to buy bread and soda. Oops, just soda bread.
Well, up
no.
top, Basket Noodles said, I'm on a bagel because you said I'm on a roll.
Awesome. Well, that's and Patricia's here. Aloha, Patricia. Well, okay, so that sucks. Nobody else is enjoying the similar sales. I see average sales and.
So the thing that I sold on Etsy, it was a Rainbow Bright. It was a vintage Rainbow Bright kind of like kids purse, and I had it listed on Etsy. It sold for $110.
A vintage item.
A vintage Rainbow Bright little kind of like it was Anyhow, the point in telling the story is that there are 3 people, and I'm still a little unfamiliar with Etsy in the back office and everything, but it shows you if somebody kind of adds it to their watch list, and it shows you if somebody adds it to their basket or checkout or whatever. Oh. So I had 3 people that were interested in it. It was up on Etsy for a week, and I had it on eBay for maybe 3 weeks, and I didn't have any. So it was cheaper on eBay. It was $95 on eBay. I don't know why there was a price discrepancy. Sometimes I play with pricings when I have it on different platforms. But yeah, I got a 10 or 12% premium on it selling on Etsy.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what Patricia's been saying, is Etsy is the place you get premium. So
yeah, and we haven't finished any. We've been concentrating mostly on eBay still, and then I've been distracted from reselling a little bit in the past few weeks due to personal things. But I'm going to get back on there, and especially when you say you've made your first sale. I always let Jeff sort of walk out there first onto the ice and see if he's like.
And I only have 3 listings on Etsy.
Well, that's how many. That's 300% more than we do.
Well, yeah,
is that right?
I don't love the listing process.
Zero.
There are some things about it that I still don't understand, and it seems like everything has to be vintage, like over 10 or 15 years old, and I'm not really sure what. Like, what if you don't know? I guess this is a question for Patricia, because I know she sells it.
She's an expert.
What if you don't know the date of something? Like, how do you just kind of guess? And then there's this other thing is there's like some kind of question where they want to know like something about like a partnership. Like if you didn't make it and you're trying to sell something that's maybe
for like handmade stuff.
Yeah, if you didn't make it, they want to know like who, like I don't know. I can't even remember what it is now that I'm.
Do you not put dates on your if there's a copyright on something? Do you put dates on it on your eBay auctions or items?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you get that date? You just guess, right? If it doesn't have a copyright on it, is that what you're saying?
If it doesn't, then I don't put anything.
Oh, I see. Because I usually look it up because I like to put VTG and a year. And if we give up, if we can't find the actual, we'll put 80s or 70s or 60s.
I do want to ask Carl, eBay Life on here, if he's had a sale on Shopify yet. I'm curious. Because I know he started a Shopify store, and I'm definitely interested in hearing his journey on that. He's had one. Good, though. That's good. How many items do you have on there?
Let me see. I'm going to just see if anybody has asked anything up here.
Well, I would like to add to your comment about Etsy, and they ask if it's vintage or handmade. And that's interesting because I always thought that Etsy is for vintage and or handmade, but I see on there all the time stuff that is not either of those, which is frustrating. When you go there specifically looking for vintage or handmade and you type in a keyword and then you get a whole bunch of stuff that isn't either of those. So,
well, for instance, I was going to list this. I'll show you. I have this on eBay and I was like, oh, so it's a carving.
Pacific Northwest carving there.
But it's 2021.
Uh-huh.
And so it's only 3 years old. And then when I went to list it, it's asking me this question, like, how like there's in the listing process, there's things you have to fill out or it'll give you a hard stop, right? And
I don't know that because I've never listed an item yet.
No, I'm just saying in general.
In general, okay.
If you're trying to go forward in a questionnaire or something, and there's something that you have to fill out, yeah. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to. I don't want to try and go through the process now and find out what it is. Non-vintage.
But wouldn't you put that? That would be handmade from 2021. That would be the answers to no.
Yeah, but when I noticed that when I list things that are, and I have a date in there prior to, I want to say 2010, it doesn't ask me this one question, but if it's anything newer than that, it asks me like about who made it, kind of like who made it, or
they're trying to filter out newer items or stuff that
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, if Patricia is saying, yes, the non-vintage and non-handmade stuff on Etsy is something that Etsy sellers have been screaming about for years.
And maybe those two questions filter that out, or is in an attempt to filter those things out.
Partnership, that's it. Jago Artwork said the partnership is for print on demand on Etsy for people who do
okay.
Yeah, it was asking me about something about a partnership, and I had no idea what they were talking about.
Maybe if you license items from an artist and you're printing them out and selling them on Etsy, but you licensed. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. They sell like original print T-shirts and stuff, but it's all print on demand. Most of them don't have an inventory, so.
Biff Boffo said yesterday someone bought an item and they messaged me their credit card number, expiration date, and CVC code.
Where did they buy it? For what platform?
Well, he's on eBay mostly, I think, which just shows that people don't know how to use eBay.
Well, and you're not supposed to. Most businesses do not allow people to email credit card numbers and stuff like that.
You think they should have caught it in the messages? Or maybe the person's not the sharpest tool. This seems maybe they're foreign too. I don't know. Like I can't even come up with a good explanation. I've never had that happen before. They're like, sure, I really want your item. Also buy something for yourself. Maybe that's what they were saying.
Jack wants to know how many items you have in your secondary account.
In my secondary account, we're maybe 250 now. 250, okay. And that is that one is selling something. We got sales on that one and eBay right before we came on, and I was happy because then we won't have 0 days. Right now, I'm just like no zeros, no whammies. I just want no whammies.
Did you see that Jen say she got the kiss of death email, and then it was up a little bit. eBay Life was saying he got his yesterday. We made
it through the hump because
Jen Anton was saying
we had a sale, and it was a book, and I put such high prices on these books. Well, I put the highest price I can find on these movie industry related books, and when somebody sends me, I put like $120 on this book.
Is this the stuff you have on Amazon?
It's not on Amazon yet. No, this is
okay.
This is just on everything. We've still only using eBay, although we're prepped for Etsy, Amazon, and Bonanza. Still tried it 10 times, can't get the welcome email to get onto it. It just sends it somewhere. I don't know.
That's weird.
It's. I'm sure it's my fault, but I've been through all the spam and trash and everything, and I can't find it. So maybe at some point I put Super Nuke on that, and it just like. As soon as it hits the mailbox, it's like poof, and I can't find it ever again.
Somebody I just saw Fartsack Jack wants to send you something.
Fartsack Jack. You want to send me something? Books don't sell. Yeah, books sell. They do. These books do. I put $120 on this one, $60 offer. I'm like, you thought you just halved me and lowballed me, and I'm like. Free money, cha-ching. So I'm very happy. The book sales are good. I don't know why. The record sales are good. I don't know why.
Yeah, well,
our expensive things are
like
flying
things
out.
Come in waves.
I don't know why.
With eBay, it's like
Well,
one
that's
category or something,
what Pete was talking about with velocity, right?
Yeah, green wave, because I had one guy buy 7 Beach Boy 45s all in one sale, and then immediately after, within hours after, I started fielding offers and purchases of 45 records. So that seems to be like a real thing. That's sort of faded out, but I think somehow it velocitized our whole store, not just that category. I was maybe expecting it would just be the 45s, but no, it seems to have really velocified, which is not a word, our store to the point where we're going to go to Costco again, right? So Jack, you did ask, who wanted to send me something? Fart Sack Jack or Jack? Oh, Jack's not here.
Fart Sack Jack, and Jack is here.
Oh, Jack is here. I see him. Yes, right there.
Oh, Jack. Yeah, sorry. I see you were asking me specifically how many items we had, but thanks, Hayfro Jeff, for pointing that out.
Let's Primo, I need your shipping address. I found something yesterday. Okay. Let's see. If you don't mind, contact me on Instagram Primo Kimo, and I will share with you the information. And Paul, did we say hi to Paul Rose? Hi, Paul Rose. Aloha.
Did you get a chance to check out that that cross listing thing?
Tree cat?
Did you look into that? The pricing of that?
Yeah, it's 50 cents a sale, I believe, right now. After you sell it.
I don't love that pricing structure. Like I don't like I would rather it be like a flat fee and you can use like kind of like unlimited versus like I don't need another person coming after my percentage of sales.
Well, but what about the issue with what if you don't sell? What if sales are down for a month and you're paying $100 a month to this thing, but your sales aren't pulling that? Instead, you're just paying per unit sale.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as like having a store, eBay store versus having, paying per.
Have you ever had the eBay store when you didn't sell enough in the month and you're like, you sons of a guns, I have to pay you again now?
No.
On our small store, that happens. On our small store, we can still, we've gone through a few times. I can remember since we've had it a year and a half or so.
I think I like the tree cat model of they take it only if you sell it. I personally like that.
I haven't thought it through though.
James just says he had talks with Tree Cat's creator a few months ago and told him the price is the first problem for me to get on board. I agree with that. I looked at that and I'm like, no. I'm like, this is not. I love.
Patricia agrees too.
I love the idea of being able to systemize the end and sell similar. I love that. Now,
you guys though, but what if you just do it with your big items? What if you just do that with your Etsy item, your $100 plus items?
Thanks.
So if 50 cents is too, I know it's too much for James if he's doing $15 items. I wouldn't do it if that's all I was selling. But maybe if you just do it on items that are $60, whatever your threshold is. But if 50 cents to sell for them to do a process, cross posting end and selling similar for items over $50 for me, that seems fair, 1%. But that's a $50 item. I won't have that many of them for them. So in that case, I would. Yeah.
James and I are on the same page because he says Vendu is for me is 60 unlimited. I would be at that in 3 days with Tree Cat. I would.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, maybe they could offer two options. Maybe if they get enough feedback from people, either you pay a fat fee or
fat fee.
Did I say big a fat fee? A big fat fee, a flat fee, or per item.
What's going on, fellow humans and resellers?
I agree. I even agree with Patricia's statement that she says she's too hands-on with my listed inventory, but also I do want to give up some of that.
I agree with that, Patricia.
I want to automate.
I'm agreeing with everybody. I'm just like Mr. Agreeable today. I agree that I'm way too hands-on and I like to have control of everything. And I also agree that I don't want to have control. That I don't need that control. I would prefer to not have it now. I would like very much to do that. Garden resell thrifts. Yeah, we're talking about Tree Cat right now. Welcome. Michelle Kirkpatrick, good morning from Oregon. Welcome. Here comes the horn, everybody. I want to do everything differently. So basically, I've been doing this for 24 years one way, and I want to do it differently now. I want to cross list. I want to use software, trust it. I want to trust in the software. It's way better than some of those early 6x6. Was that a software? Was that actually a eBay software company? 6x6. It was called something 6. I've tried a few of them like many years ago, but then what? I tried many years ago, but I did lose confidence in those. But I want to have it back. He said he would work on pricing, but have not heard anything back from him. Now, James, question popped up into my head is, where do you cross list? Just curious, because I know you do. Obviously, you do.
Poshmark. He's done.
He's doing Poshmark now. Okay.
Well, he was doing some.
What's that, Jeff?
I think he does Posh, Bonanza.
Okay. Oh, Bonanza's automatic.
My
though,
boring
right?
resale. You talking about James from my boring resale? Yeah.
Okay, so that's why he uses it, and so yeah, I don't. Though his model is kind of foreign to me. Clothing models are kind of foreign to me.
Do we know anybody who has success on Mercari? I feel like that is just a dying platform.
I know people who say they've had sales for the week, had a few sales, but no one's.
But anybody thriving on that platform?
No, I know Flippin' Ain't Easy one time said he only gets about 12 sales a year. I think he said.
That's Bonanza, I believe, because I think he said Mercari he gets like maybe 3 a few weeks and a few a week or something maybe. I mean that doesn't.
Biff says 6-bit is what you're thinking.
Oh, 6-bit software, yeah. So I've tried all these different the different softwares as they came out, and didn't like any of them. Far too complicated or way too expensive was mine. James says, Poshmark, have not done anything in a few months trying to get Vendu to change a few things for him. Have a few items on my carry and Trugether. I stopped Bonanza because...
Oh.
I can't even get signed up for Bonanza, so I guess I already by de facto stopped it already.
Does anything offer cross-listing to district? We have Guarding Resell Thrifts asking, you guys know how to move listings from other sites
Jeff
to
is our super intense expert on district. What?
I mean, I've yet to get a sale there. 3 items have sold in my marketplace, but I think I've got maybe 60 items there. It just doesn't have a lot of traction for me. It doesn't, I thought by now I would have gotten at least one kind of like
I would think so. Yes.
Drive by, because their search works really well, right? But I feel like people just really stay in their own marketplaces, I guess. I don't know.
They're so niched out.
Well, I think it's much more.
Niche.
It's communiter. So if you don't bring them there, they're not there. So, and I think I would like to know about what's the other Dibdit, how they're doing.
And it seems like it's just mostly sellers right now.
Yeah.
And we're all in the same boat, just trying to make a living, not spending a whole lot.
I'm going to tell you right now that when I get my little Bonanza message every morning, and it says, these items have popped up. District message pops up, and it says, "Hey Fro," in the what's it called again? Hey Fro something.
Hey Pop Culture.
Hey Pop Culture. These are the new items in there. See how many times I go there? I apologize, but but I go there and I look at them. And you have great items. It's I think it's the Grasshopper or something. It's one of your people putting stuff in there, and it's
Chameleon Collectibles,
and it's so much awesome like backstage passes and rock and roll stuff. And I look at it and I'm like, I really want that. I can't afford it because I'm whatever. But I like the stuff. It's hot stuff. It should sell, and I feel like if I made an offer on something. I could probably get something that I want there. There's a lot of good stuff on there. That's my point.
Maybe if your eBay sales continue.
Well, I have a long list of things to spend as soon as I can. I have emergency purchases to make.
Patricia's saying that the stats
Hawaiian shirts
on Crazy Lamps ladies knickknacks on District are crap.
Oh, how do you know that?
She
How do you
said
see
very
them?
few sales among a lot of sellers.
Patricia, how do we see the stats? That's what I'd like to know, how to see the stats. Are you saying she's reporting that? Because I'd like to know. You can go and look. Oh, I didn't know that. Do you know that, Jeff? How to do that?
I don't actually.
Okay, so we're developing the profession, the pro.
I've kind of taken your approach. Like I wanted to get involved with District. I love the concept. I love the idea.
It is.
I've
Nice.
got my listings up there, and I still list things on there occasionally. I'm a little more selective just for right now because we've got to put our time and energy in things that are working. But it still could take off, right? Like you just never know. You just
Right.
One day it's going to take off, and I'm going to be sitting here going, blah, 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 blah.
It'll. It's not like it would pass. It's not like you would have an opportunity. It's still in its infancy, but at the same time, I have to believe that the people behind it, they're probably taking a wait and see approach as well. They're probably waiting to see, okay, if we hit this amount in, gross merchandise value, maybe they will think about doing some sort of, short brief advertising campaign, just kind of like get that cycle going. But who knows? It's just,
we didn't have the time or available effort to put into it, which is why we didn't do it.
Well, Patricia's saying too, it's probably going to take a long time to get traction if they don't do a huge promotional campaign to raise awareness, which is very true.
Oh no,
I
Pee Wee
agree.
had his first seizure. No,
I'm seeing that, dear me.
Stop it! He lost his short-term memory. That's terrible.
Little big guy.
Oh, precious. Pee Wee, aloha, Pee Wee. Feel better. Don't have any more seizures, please. Thank you.
That's stressful.
Yay for Pee Wee. Freya sells on Macari. Get regular sales last 2 weeks. I'm working on Macari and Poshmark more, and sales are coming in.
That's awesome.
Yeah, maybe it's the effort put into it. And Jen loves Macari too.
Okay. Well,
it's the effort. I'm guessing the more time you put into the platform, it's that effort though that I also I'm making money. eBay is my main thing. So if I take it away from eBay, am I going to lose my main thing? That's always the big question. Jen Decor Depot's here. Aloha.
And Fartsat Jack was also saying it works. Macari works if you list on there. And then Jen Atten was saying Macari used to be very good for selling MCM themed housewares and Pyrex, but it's been slow the past few weeks.
I'm just going to jump back up here and see. First of all, Darth Thrifter with the super sticker before we even started. Thank you. He's probably working, so he had to come in early there. And I'm just going to jump down quickly through the things.
And Major Win had popped in the beginning and said that they'll be about a half an hour late.
Awesome. Okay, just seeing. Things have picked up for Paul Rose. Quirky Picker, Chad, many low dollar sales, not as many high dollars. One of the big things that I've noticed is that if we did get velocitized, although we had a return, so maybe we're going to get develocitized. And this was a VCR, which does work for sure. So it's one of the, I'm hoping it hasn't been changed out because the person said they had another one.
Oh.
And that's not a good thing for them.
I liked how you said, just so you know, I do mark my items on the inside.
Somebody told me that in this chat.
To identify that. So
using invisible ink to identify, to mark the internals of the thing. So make sure you send me back the right VCR. I can't refund you if you don't send me.
Yeah, but even honestly, from what, like, I've got a person he's been telling me the story about something that was returned and the struggle that he's having trying to get the item not as described removed, and it's just like this is a guy, he's probably one of the most successful sellers that I know. His 90-day total is
Huge.
Eye opening. And he said
Wallet
to me,
opening.
He said to me, he's like, this is the first time in like 20 years that I've ever just thought about just quitting eBay. He's like, because they treat you like, in his words, he's like, they treat you like you're a criminal sometimes when you're trying to get things taken care of.
How do you get an INAD removed? Don't you just accept the return? Because it does, I guess it does go against our account, but how do you get that removed?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know if it works. If he allows me to share this, I'll let you know. But it's because
there's no automatic, there's no AI robot lady or a customer service person to.
And that's part of the problem too. Is it's getting harder and harder to actually talk to anybody, and then it's like, I don't know. Customer service really needs to get better, and it's getting worse because they're eliminating jobs and they're making it more difficult to actually talk to anyone.
Carl's saying it's best calling up in regards to removing an INAD. I've never, ever done that. So I assume that once that item gets back to you, I refund the person. I can then, I report buyers if that helps. I don't know. So if you have a buyer who does something, you just report them. I don't, it seems like
that's the first step in all of it. From what he was saying, but yeah, it's the things he's been telling me that he's been going through. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be this hard. Like eBay doesn't need to make it that hard on us, and so.
Well, they certainly do, and right now I am dominating on eBay, so I am your eBay superhero. Thank you. You're welcome. I will be. I'm gonna be in the. I will be exactly. Next week it will be. I can't afford any food. I need a cup of noodles. But right now, we're winning.
Major Win is here.
Aloha, welcome.
Yes, Jen. I believe they offer 30-day returns, right, Primo?
Free we're top rated sellers, so we have to at minimum do 30-day free returns, and it's okay. I mean, it really hasn't bitten us in the butt, except for when people do take advantage, which some people have taken advantage of it. But in my thoughts, I can only think of 3, and they were all electronics.
Kent Hamilton is here.
Hello,
Hey, Kent.
Aloha.
Hello, peeps. All my eBay sales come in spurts for sure. I'll go from a $1,500 day to a $10 day the next, doing the reset every other day. Going to start doing it every day and see how it goes.
It does help. I think it does help to do it every day because you just get that. When we say, and sometimes we say it takes it gives you a boost, like somewhere between 24 and 48 hours. I think they've shrunk that down to definitely 18 to maybe, I don't know, 28 hours, maybe 18 to 24 hours, because the next day is always almost all the way down to the floor now.
Have you had any more
forget to do
instances of, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No.
Remember how you were concerned about people getting kind of email blasts every day when the customers that are watching things, and then have you had any more instances where
They come in every once in a while. The last one said, I can't find it really quick, but the last one said, if your items aren't good enough to support your store, get new items. So I got item shamed by another eBayer, not even on YouTube. Totally.
I wonder if it was a buyer.
I think it was a buyer, because they're the ones who get these emails saying. So the problem is, when you do a nuclear reset, end and sell similar every day your items go out to people watching for that item every single day. So maybe I've gotten 5 since I've started doing this 6 months ago, where people have said, can you stop doing that? I can't, I see your items come up every day. I can't see the other items. They're like sort of, obfuscating. There goes that word again. I can't see all the other ones. And I'm like, I start typing, and then I'm like, oh wait, I meant to go block. So that's all I do. I just block. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Veronica the boss.
Aloha, Veronica the boss. Welcome.
And she was asking, do you have sales along with doing the nuclear reset?
Yes, I am the king of eBay for the past month. we're both the king and queen of eBay, but the past 2 weeks, we have a pattern buffed. We have a pattern of we're making so back in June we had a $10,000 June. That was our biggest June last year in 2023. But our normal monthly sales are before that, we can't call them normal anymore. We're somewhere between 6 and 8 to 10, and then Christmas would be 12, and so whatever. We're above 6 right now for the month, but we haven't got a whole month. So what I'm saying is, I hope they don't screw us.
You're above 6 for March.
If we had done the full thing. So if you have 30 days and you extrapolate out what we have right now, we'll be over 6.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you were 6 now. I'm like, hey, you're only halfway through the month.
No, right. So this is on schedule. And the most important thing that I wanted to point out, which is kind of like, I want to really be vindicated. My big vindication would happen if we have done nothing different to our store except for the nuclear reset for 6 months, and all of a sudden sales pick up. And that's what's happened. So right now, that's why we're king and queen.
eBay can?
We're king and queen.
I don't know. Have you ever been here before?
eBay
Aloha.
can. Aloha. eBay can.
And Veronica, sorry, she was saying she meant do we discount? Do we discount sales? No, we don't. Oh, well, we take offers, but
So 75% of our items are sold through offer, whether it's one coming to us or one sending them. If I send offers, it's 20% off every single time because...
Do you do markdown sales?
No.
Okay.
Excuse me. We have done them, but they really don't do anything. Unless it's how has it's worked before, like if we do July 4th, like a holiday, we tend to get them. But if we don't do them on holidays, we're like, oh, we just need more money. We'd like to, do something because we need to, need some extra money or something. They never work when we need them to work. They only work around holidays. That's what we found. How about you? You always have one rolling, right?
I always do. They must work for me on some level because I notice a big difference when it ends, and like if I didn't catch it, and then like later on that evening, I'm like, why are my sales so poor today?
Really? Okay. Well.
And I'll be like, oh, my sale expired while I was sleeping in the middle of the night. So I mean, to some degree they must work, but also they're. Yeah, I've never had any luck with coupons. I can tell you that.
Oh, coupons don't work at all. And then they sit around for like a year. Like you don't even know they're still running and stuff.
I've heard people who have had success with them, but
I guess it's your items. It's your items, man. It's the type of items, though. Certain things respond certain ways, and I don't know. We just haven't had that happen. Paul Rose says, "All hail King, baby." Gendecor said did 2 resets, and they were I'm around every 5 days right now. This week has been almost all promoted listing sales, 31 days. What about this? Our page views are going down. Have all month long. Page views are down every day, about 5% every single day. Impressions up 10% every single day. Sales, like I said, are booming. Like for us, they're like almost the same as they were pre-eBay-ageddon. What does that mean? Help me understand why our page views are down, our impressions are up, which to me, logically would say, your page views are down because your items suck. And your impressions are up because they're trying to get me impressions, trying to get people over to our items, but nobody's actually biting. So the page views are down. But our sales are up. And including all of our most expensive items are selling. Like they're just all of a sudden started selling. Like technology, old, vintage, everything's vintage. I think we only have 2 like big items up there right now. Like over several $100.
yeah, you just don't know with eBay what the heck's going on.
That's what makes it exciting. So we do YouTube shows like this.
eBay can is saying that they are new to the live life. Well, yay! Glad you're
Awesome.
here. Major Witness saying that we haven't been on Mosh Park.
Mosh Pit.
Mosh Pit.
That's the new site.
Leave it to me to come up with that was unintentional. 24 hours and we already have more followers than we have on eBay. They are a very chatty platform over there.
That's awesome.
Is that cereal? What is that? I can't.
I'm trying to block the light.
She's trying to block.
Oh, you're so cute.
It's a Barbie box.
It's heavenly light over there coming in through that window.
Jen was saying that she thinks sales get people's attention. Then Biff was saying the markdown sales give you those good red letters in search. My coupons kill, but I only one type of thing, so I encourage loading up the cart and saving.
Oh, okay. So it's a shipping discount.
Oh, look at that. Silver Hair just got a message from eBay. Take a 4-minute survey to tell us what you... Oh, really? To tell us what you think. Hi, Todd. We'd like to know more about your recent selling experience. Could you take a 4-minute survey for us?
No, I could take a 4-minute dump on your survey. How about that? That's not true. Everybody should answer the surveys, and you should be honest about your experience.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be honest.
I'm serious. I mean, that's... Every time they give you a way to, I'm not saying they're going to read them all, but if you do what I said and just take a dump on them, we'll never get anywhere. You should, every time they give you a opportunity for feedback, you should take it and give them your truest and most sincere FUs.
Wait, but remember that video you did, Jeff, where somebody gave you some really odd things for sellers to do to get more visibility?
That was Jet.
It was Jet. Wasn't one of the things to just do a survey, but say good things though, right? Yeah. Wasn't that one of the things?
You gotta say good stuff.
Otherwise, they're gonna punish you for it. I hope Jet is doing well. We miss him.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Have you heard from him ever since the...
I texted him the other day, and I haven't heard back from him.
Crickets, huh?
Because when you were like saying, I hope he's okay, I hope the eBay Mafia hasn't gotten to him. Yes. I'm like, you know what? I better send him a text. Yeah, I haven't heard from him, so maybe they did get to him.
And I'm okay with that. I'm not. I'm
not.
Well, I'm okay if he's safe, and the eBay Mafia incorporated them. If anybody gets into the inside of eBay, I don't have any problem with that. If that's why people disappear off of our live stream, I'm okay. Well,
right. You hope that they're getting something really good in return. Yes. I mean, Mafia, you usually don't get something really good in return.
No. He's probably in a safe house somewhere, and he can't communicate.
That would be, let us know your life.
6x6 says I never text back either. Aww.
eBay account. Last person that was honest on the feedback is missing. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Huh.
Steve Austin's here. Aloha, $6 million man. I'm looking at James just said that all of his sales went full promoted. That he has no organic. And I'm just looking at my traffic right now. And the one thing that I've noticed on traffic, like I said, it was, okay, March 4th wasn't necessarily a 0 day for people, but March 5th, I forgot to do a reset. And that's the only 0 day I've had recently. So that's my fault. But on is this March 3rd? No, this is March 4th. March 5th, I had a 0 day. March 4th is a huge, staggering, Kevin Stoic reseller showed this in his stats. On March 4th, eBay, it looks like they did it to him. They did it to me. So I'm sure they've done it to a lot of us. They pulled the offsite down, way down. So do you see this cliff right here? Mm-hmm. I could, hold on. Let me see if I can bring this in. I don't know if I can. Let's try. I'm going to try. Hold on 1 second. We're big right now. And then we're going to go to the thing that says, where's Chrome?
So while you're doing that, Jet is Steve Austin in the chat.
Stop it. That's Jet. Nice.
Yay.
I didn't know if you wanted me to say it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank goodness you're alive.
We're so happy to
concerned.
see you.
We're concerned about you.
Yay! That's okay. You can lay low. Thanks for letting us know that you're alive.
Yes, I was starting to get a little concerned actually.
Just laying low. Okay, well that's great. I'm glad to hear that. Now let me see. I wasn't able to get over there.
Totally valid.
So here's Chrome, and then you go to Chrome and you go here, and then I go here, and I go performance and traffic. Okay, guys, look at this. So as you can see here, probably it looks like you can see here. Let's see. Done. No, you can't see. So I'm gonna make me. I'm that, and I'm gonna go to. Hold on, everybody, calm down. It's dead air. You guys can talk.
I was just looking at your screen. I was like,
I'm just trying to get me out of here. I'll put me over here.
I saw somebody did.
I'm over here now.
Oh.
There's just the top of our heads. Okay, so now you can see this. These are page views right here. These are the impressions, and like I was telling you, our page views are down 6.9%. Impressions are up 4.6%. And you can see right here on March 4th, if everyone wants to check your papers, and on March 4th, there was something happened, an episode, some sort of a thing where they changed the general amount of offsite sales that you get, offsite page views you get, and possibly also organic. So you see the organic line, it says organic is, on this one says it's 241. I imagine this is 261, but then it goes to 185, 176, 192, 208, 204, and 149. So they've lowered our organic page views. They've definitely lowered our off-site traffic, external site views, by quite a bit. If you compare it to these days, I mean, the lowest ones here, it popped a little bit back up, but that's some sort of manipulation right there. But our sales, like I've said a million times now, are awesome currently.
I know that Carl from eBay left. He was talking about how eBay will go back and change the impression.
Yes, they do.
And Jack's been talking about that a lot with me. He's been noticing it because he's trying to keep track of something that he's working on, and he's like he's realizing more and more. I mean, he knew that they were doing that, and it's like,
thank you.
Why do they even show us? Why do they even give us the ability to look at this information if they're just going to manipulate it? It doesn't.
Well, they say they use the term coagulating. No, they use the term. What's their term? It may take up to 3 days to consolidate or something.
And you know what? That's fine. But when you sit there and you look at how similar our traffic is, our page views are from day to day.
Yeah.
It's so clear. It is so evident that they manipulate how much traffic each seller can get.
Well, again, this is definitely they're trying to human design us. I mean, they're manipulating we know they're manipulating our emotions.
And I think that's the worst
reseller
part.
Group therapy.
They know we know.
Yes.
And
that's right.
We know what they're doing.
Yes. And they know we know that they know we know.
It's hard for us not to have resentment when we see what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm resentful like heck.
No, you're not.
I love eBay. Yay.
Their term is suckers, LOL. When you were trying to think of that.
Just said, you're the sweetest resentful person we know.
Thank you.
Gina just got a sale.
Who got a sale?
Yay, Gina!
Gina got a sale.
Silver Hair Stacker was like, let's see. Instant pay. How you fill out their survey. Instant pay, fix the surge, stop raising fees, stop allowing stupid buyers to leave negative. No kidding. Wouldn't that be great?
I had my second meeting with Steve Austin, a.k.a. Diamante Dave, a.k.a. Jet Fixer. Had second meeting. Thank you so much for sharing. Had a second meeting with the management team, which was 3 people. My sales have tanked big time. Oh, no. Ooh.
So you're thinking it's connected to that meeting?
I sure hope not.
That would be creepy and weird. I know, but you know, you never know.
Biff says only experienced a slight drop March 4th. So you did see a little, because March 4th, something happened on March 4th. Nothing that stands out, but page views are down 14.9 and 24.1. Page views are way down while impressions are up. Like, I mean, I just showed you, so obviously.
Oh, Motorcycle Dork, did we say hi?
No. Hey, Jeff.
Oops, sorry, Jeff. Can you repeat?
I said that statement that you just said makes 0 sense.
Biff Boffos?
No, you saying impressions are up, page views down.
I know. That's what I'm experiencing, and sales booming. That's what I'm experiencing. So they're manipulating traffic on purpose for some reason. Now you remember how they used to count views, right? Views, and they had to change that about 2 years ago. They changed it, I think, in anticipation to charge us promoted listings because they had to be more accurate. We used to get tons and I don't even know, maybe I would say 30 times more views on our items before that change. And they told us about it, and they said that we have to redo our calculations on these, and it will all be different. You're going to notice it's going to seem like you have a lot less traffic. That may have been where they pulled the rug out from under us and didn't put it into effect until later, because they were already screwing with the traffic. So now they have every possible tool and conceivable, lever to manipulate. Again, people who say that it doesn't exist, it absolutely exists. And if they're going to throttle or whatever you want to call this, it's just the manipulation of your traffic that we're applying all these words to. If you do sell, Tommy Bernard doesn't come in anymore because I said he licks his shoes, or he said he licks his shoes, but anyway, he doesn't come in here, I guess, because he's, he finds no similarity to our experiences.
Or he's here lurking.
Oh, he could lurk. He could. I wish you.
If you're here, hi.
Please.
We missed your.
I like you.
I like your analogy comments.
Yeah, I like your Piggly Wiggly comments.
Him, J-Ride, 1 Foot, they're all in a corner huddling.
They are. They're conspiring against us.
I feel like I need
Aloha.
to speak up for the
Maria
investors against shoe lickers. Just kidding.
You want to advocate for them?
No. Definitely not.
No, I just said that all shoes have poo on them, which they do. It's a matter of fact. Yes, that's what shoes are for, to keep the poo off your feet. And he says he licked his shoes clean. That was his strategy.
Hope you're done with your head on the ground. I like that. That's a new order? Is that supposed
down,
to be?
Turn around.
Please don't let me hit the ground
what is
tonight.
that?
I think Paul Rose is saying that. Up, down, messing around.
Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, so let's see if I can
we should
ring.
do a sales poll. Major Win is saying, and
it sounds like everybody's not having.
No, James is saying his dropped on the 4th. Paul Rose, yes, saying
on the 4th.
No, I'm sorry. eBay Life was saying yes on the 4th. There was a big drop.
Carl did say, since the 4th, they have dropped the total numbers from 200 plus to almost the exact same figure every day. Did you? I just showed my. I can just zip back there. It's just so in case you didn't see that. Amagama right there. So you can see on the 4th how it dropped. For sure they dropped. Like, look at all this external site views, and then boom. And then also the blue bar, which is your organic sales, that dropped maybe 10% or so too as well. So just like that, because I had that up. I could just go boom and see.
Benny Stratton, aloha.
Aloha, Benny Stratton.
And then Steve Austin was saying, are the stats real? But are they real?
You mean they're there? And when they changed, so you don't remember that, Jeff, really, just off the top of your head, remembering when about 2 years ago when they said they had to.
Dude, I can tell you 2 years ago, I never
thought about it.
I never looked at stats. I never looked at anything.
You went to PayPal and you took the money out, and that was that. That's about as much as I looked at the back office.
I was in my own little bubble. Just
I agree.
Listing and sourcing, and I was in my happy place.
Yeah, it was
a pattern.
Yeah, the pattern of slow to no sales.
I still remember before pre-YouTube when Jeff was like talking about what was going on eBay, and suddenly he goes, "People have to know."
They have to know.
Literally, like
This cannot be.
like,
This cannot be kept secret any longer.
Know this, like, and he was like,
This aggression will
"That's
not
it." And then
stand,
you
man.
started a YouTube channel just to be like, "What's going on out there?"
Yeah, I just get up on my soapbox and. But you know what? So
That's
remember
all
how
we
we
can
were
do.
talking about Wendy's and their pricing?
Yes.
They're not doing it now because they got such a
Because of
backlash.
kind
Yeah, I
And
saw that.
are they still taking food stamps?
In fact, well, I don't know about that, but in fact, they even are like running some sort of special. Like they're selling burgers for $1 or something somewhere.
Sweetie,
whole bunch
do
of logo
you guys want to go to
special.
Wendy's?
So there is power in.
Do we even have one?
There's power
Yes.
in information out there.
Yes, it is. And especially with social media, the power of social media should never be misunderestimated.
Speaking of Wendy's, somebody had a secret burger yesterday.
Oh, did you find the wrapping in the car? Did you see a shiny?
No, she smelled onions on
She
my breath.
smelled it. That's even better.
He went to kiss me, and I was like, "Wait a minute."
Who have you been with?
Callie Debs, aloha. Callie Debs.
Callie Debs, aloha.
That's so funny. I guess onions is better than vomit.
Yeah.
How you doing,
It wasn't
Callie
the
Debs?
problem that he had a burger. The problem was where the
Was your burger?
was my burger.
Yes, I
That
understand.
was
That.
an issue, right?
Burger breath gave you away. Oh, I need a burger.
Carl made a good point. I believe the manipulation is intentional for the coding to work out how popular your account is versus how much additional traffic they should give you.
The popularity has a role in this. I mean, because we saw our boom came from one person buying multiple items from the same category, which must be part of this. 7 records from one person, all 45 records. And then we started seeing we sold another 5 in the next day or 2 after that, which is definitely more than normal. But we sold 5, but we sent out offers on, I don't even know, like maybe 20 offers. We could send out offers, and offers pinned too. So are spiked, I should say, into the high 20s now. So we are definitely popular, I think, like if that is how they are, boosting you.
So
I think some of the issue is that it's not all done by one system that is like there's no standardization across the board. So
Nope.
It seems like there's like arbitrary, like for example, if I was a database manager working for eBay, I've got like this amount, it sounds like the left hand is not speaking to the right hand.
Well,
So
it's possible that what the AI is doing is taking the metrics. So you have 200 metrics, and any one of these metrics can affect you, a little bit in any direction. But let's say that you're at 2.1, but if you happen to fall to 2.0 in some particular metric, your sales gets lowered or your visibility gets lowered by 5%. This is super not how totally it works, but I'm just saying in a rudimentary kind of way. So it doesn't really take into account any of your how great you are in all these other metrics. It just says if this one little metric falls to 2, you're going to get 10% of your traffic reduced until that metric goes back to 2.1. And you don't really know which metric can do that. And God forbid you have several metrics that hit a threshold at the same time, and then you might not have sales at all. Benny says, hey everyone, who sells on Bonanza? Value Added Resource did a great article Q&A with the new CEO of Bonanza, who bought Bonanza in 2023. It's a great read, and at least he has a plan for the future. Yes, I want to do Bonanza. Please send me my login. Please verify my new account after 2 weeks. I want to see what happens when it just sucks all of the items from eBay over to Bonanza. I want to see that. But we can't. And I've signed up under multiple names. It's the same, Jeff, the same thing. I made her watch me do it. This is kind of unrelated, but related. Just technology and how things get weird sometimes. the 3 Duran Duran items.
Mm-hmm.
Every day now I'm fielding offers on them that can't go through. Just those 3 items. Just them. And
have you taken them down?
totally.
Yes.
I made her watch me do it.
Yes, he completely removed them, got rid of them, and started whole
I
new
downloaded
listings.
downloaded the pictures, changed the pictures. I didn't retake the pictures, so they're a totally different picture. But the actual size of the photo is not the same. I changed that and put it all back up, and I still get those same 3. It's just
So
something
bizarre.
there. Oh, and the other. Oh my gosh.
Dun, dun.
Reseller news. Emergency broadcast. Okay, so today I looked at. I've had a problem for a long time with my shipping business policies. Shipping, they look good. They don't have like any random weird numbers in there or anything. It's very structured and it looks great. I do not block any post office box. I do not block post office boxes. If you go look at my items at and we just looked at the $5 shipping items just to compare between my 2 stores. If you look at on my old store, the $5 shipping price, if you look at that, it blocks half the countries in the world and PO boxes. If you go to my new store and you look at the same $5, we have the same business policies across both stores, and they're set up exactly the same way. And you look at the $5 one, it's got like 5 countries it doesn't ship to, and it does not say PO box. In my business policy, the PO box to not sell there is not checked. I'm not doing anything wrong. We have been on the phone with eBay for many, many hours a year ago or so, talking about this when it was still global shipping, and maybe when it was just switching over to, we were still having the problem. We're still having it. It never got resolved. It's still there. And eBay is globally limiting our items to half of the available countries to ship to. And in our new store, they are not.
That must be why we don't really get international sales anymore.
We've lost international sales from our main store. We really don't send any
You
out.
should call eBay and ask them what's up with this.
We just found this out just today because I just found this out. So we will call them. I expect to get nowhere. But this is another reason to really check into all your stuff. That's why I came up with get control of your business. It was like, how do I not know this is happening? Like, this is where I got to be more on top of this, because that could be limiting, or it most for certain shows something is a little askew in our.
Well, and think about it, so much of our product right now is small stuff that could actually be delivered to
easily.
a PO box. So
Yes.
I wonder if we've been losing sales because people see it says no PO box.
And we do not want that.
We have to have been losing some sales.
I'll bet you to some extent, for sure.
Wow, stinking eBay.
I don't really look into my business policy that often, so maybe I need to look into them.
Yeah, just see where your items are going. Look at your auction item and look at your business policy and see if they match, because mine don't. Well, they match. I'm sorry, they do match, but they say that I don't allow PO boxes, and I do.
And you do international shipping on
So
both.
they don't match.
Both
Yeah,
stores.
yeah. I didn't notice. I don't think we've ever shut it off. But right now we're not going to do anything. We're basically going to sit here and just ship things out until our sales start to drop again, because I don't want to touch anything.
I know. I'm saying don't call eBay right now because I don't want to draw attention to our
They're like,
account.
oh, here he comes. Here comes that guy again. Press the red button.
Yeah, seriously.
Press the
You
red
called
button.
once already this month. You're only allowed
We're
one call.
pressing the big shiny candy-like button.
Benny says the opposite happened to him, where a country he doesn't sell to, somebody bought, eBay allowed the sale, then he went to print the postage and eBay wouldn't let Benny send the invoice, and then the buyer couldn't pay without the invoice. So
Well, for international sales, they do not. You do not send your own invoice. If you're using eBay International Sales, you can't send your own invoice. eBay International Sales sends it, and they give you a blue line across the top or a red bar across the top saying eBay takes care of that for you. The invoicing.
But what Benny was saying is that this is a country that he doesn't sell to.
See, look at the last message.
Oh, sorry. The message that popped up said I could send an invoice because it's a country I don't ship to. This has happened to us once or twice at the beginning of eBay International Shipping, where we sold, and it was Germany, because that was one of our main hubs of buying vintage computer stuff. You know what else we found out? I'm just going to tangent, if you don't mind, because I already have been.
Tangent it up.
I'm tangenting, like full tangent. Got 6 of them going, 1,000 points of light. What was, no, I forgot. So what was the thing that happened yesterday? Where we looked up, So we sold multiple really cool items to Germany for like last year. Then EIS came in. Then we shipped out something called a expansion box for a TI 99 computer.
Oh, right.
It's about a $600 item. It's really collectible and really rare, and the person really wanted it. It left us, went to Illinois, died in Illinois, and they said we can't send it to Germany. The guy didn't get it, but he got his money back. We got to keep our money. And then I'm like, what happens to the item? Yesterday we find out, like everybody, that's not really surprising, but eBay palletizes all those things and sells them to somebody else in the U.S. to sell them again. And
it was on a eBay Facebook group, and somebody said, I just found the item that
their item.
eBay wouldn't allow to go, to the customer overseas on someone else's eBay store. And
using
this
the
is
same
a huge.
description and
They use
pictures and
they'll
everything.
copy the photos, they copy the title, they copy everything, and just resell it because, of course, all that data is still there. It's within 90 days or whatever, so they can just copy your photos and your descriptions and resell the crap. And it's a huge seller. They have I don't know. Actually, I think they only had 32,000 items. Well, not only, and I was like, hey, James has more than them, but 32,000 items, I think it was. So yeah, that's what happens to our stuff. Because we were like, we want our thing back. It was cool, but we didn't get it. And eBay doesn't tell you why they didn't forward it to the buyer either.
They just toss it in a bin.
Yeah, they
They
do.
do. And then they put it on a pallet and they just sell them like any old overstock thing.
Yeah.
Those would be some interesting pallets probably, but at the same time, these are things that you can't sell overseas, but I mean, you can sell them domestically, I guess.
I'm sort of reading some people. I see lots of questions and comments.
There's a lot of good stuff. Okay, so this is weird, but I was once playing poker with a guy who was actually unpacking his eBay pallet. And
oh, really?
Yes.
Was it eBay or Amazon?
Amazon.
Sorry. Yeah, that makes more sense.
But it's the same thing now. It could be either,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of brand new unopened items in there, including electronics.
What's the guy's person? What's the store? 8810 or something? 8810.
Number 8, and then the word 10. Hold on.
22.
19. Hold on. We're like
it's 1530 12 red cursive.
Wait, I have a whole bunch of
Germany
here. All right, the number 8, the word 10, and then 1944. 8/10/1944.
That is one of the people who does this. So we just gleaned that off that YouTube group.
eBay or Facebook group.
Facebook group.
I think deep down we probably knew that's probably what happened to us.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna look though every time something doesn't make it overseas. If we ever have international sales again, we'll look and see if it's on eBay, relisted on eBay.
I wonder if they get a premium for these pallets or if they blow them out. I'd be curious about that.
Biff is saying you got to get on the good foot. Yes, I love some James Brown. Benny's saying he thinks it was a South American country that he was trying to send to. Yeah, I guess they don't have it all together, but I guess, or they're just not. We're not selling anything to Europe. Very few things. When we use eBay International whatever it's called now, it's going to Canada for the most part recently. And that's
the
not
thing
even
that
international.
You would think that you would get more. You would think that because they rolled out this international shipping program that you would see an increase in your. I think we all should probably.
We did up until the change. Then they just took
We
it
were
away.
selling
We
computer
sold
stuff
so
all the
much
time.
stuff. Big, huge chunks of computer. Biff is saying that Germany is worth nothing to Germany is worthwhile since they have new laws, some sort of new import laws. And a lot of them have to do with computer parts. Even I'm sending them like, stuff that's older than the space shuttle, but they're sort of just grouping them all together somehow with high-powered computer parts.
They're just uncool in Germany.
And 6x6, God forbid, they would actually return the item to the seller. I understand the infrastructure on that. I can see why maybe it would be very
they can't
difficult.
refund this. eBay can't give the seller the money back and give them the item back.
Yeah,
I mean, how?
Right. Well, they could, but then that.
Give us the option.
Yeah, do that. Will you just do that too?
And pay the return shipping.
And
back.
pay the return shipping. Do it all, eBay.
And give us a restocking fee.
And the back rub.
Yes.
Yeah, James is saying he used to get a ton going to Canada, and now it's a rare thing.
6x6 says international shipping gouges the buyer through eBay, though. That's exactly why
They
I
do.
do. Is I can give my buyer, like I sell international, but not through the program, and I can get great rates. I normally even make a little bit. I make a little bit of money on the shipping, but I also give the buyer a much lower rate.
Well, and this again comes to when we're selling a computer that's $600, $700, $1,000, $1,200, $3,000. The import duties and fees are they dilute in there. They're not that scary. It's when you can't sell like a $20 item because it's going to probably be another $20 to at least to get it to them. And then that doesn't seem like fun. Or even more. We've definitely sold things where people have sent me screenshots of how much eBay is charging them. The item's $20, they're getting charged $120 or something.
46%.
Right, and they ask, can you cancel the order because this is too much? They ask us if we can do a better deal. And
actually,
we're just
that
like,
happens more
can't.
than actually finishing the sale. We get people canceling it or not paying if we do get something to
overseas.
Carl says, I won't sell to Germany, and I don't.
Why aren't we selling to Germany? It's just so problematic with their new laws. Yeah.
But it's also, I think you can get. I think I've heard a lot of people getting veros about sending things to Germany as well. And that's the real reason why I'm not in the international shipping program, is because it's hard enough for us to keep.
Du hast international. Sorry.
It's hard enough for us to know about veros in our own country, but let alone what we can't sell. I think you can't sell like certain Nike things in Germany, and yeah.
I see. Well, I mean, in eBay is what are
Kind
you, that's what we're paying them for, though, is so that they will do that sort of. They do if they're going to be the middleman, right, Patricia? If you're going to be in between the first party seller and the third party seller, shouldn't you have to do all that stuff? I mean, that's your real job, is to collect the taxes and pay them and make sure the right things are going to the right countries.
Exactly. It's just
That's
classic.
the issue, is they forgot their real job.
It's
They did.
Classic eBay shirking the responsibility.
They
and
forgot
putting
their real job.
everything on us. Oh, we'll just give them a vero.
Benny says, thing is, EIS, they're supposed to open the packages and make sure the item shipping to the country can actually be shipped. If not, they get the item back and we get to keep the money. Okay, but why let me send it? Don't send it so I can... Well, I guess it's important to me when I'm selling a rare piece of a computer equipment and I want it in the world. I guess I'm glad to have found out that some other schlub in Illinois got a pallet of my old computer stuff, and it probably did make it out into the world. That does feel better. They didn't put it into a giant grinder. What's the Star Wars guy on the sand plant, the big teeth hole in the ground?
Jabba?
No, Sorlak. Well, I forget what his name is. The one that where
The one who talks really fast?
No, he's just teeth in the sand. And then they fly over him and drop people into him to
Oh,
It's like
That's what Boba Fett went into.
Yes, Boba Fett met his demise, but then he didn't meet his demise. Then he like cut his way out through, right?
A Sarlacc pit.
Sarlacc pit. Thank you, Major Win, for the major win.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 6x6 is the schlub in Illinois.
I thought that was
bought my computer stuff.
I thought that was an awesome retcon storyline with Boba Fett about how he got out.
Oh, Sandworm.
They told the story. They told it in Mandalorian, didn't they? Didn't we find out that he zapped his way out and stuff?
Yeah.
That was cool.
I was always
No, it was actually the Boba Fett. It was before Mandalorian. It was the Jango Fett story. The Primo and Django story. I forget what it was called.
Now,
I've seen them all, though, just in case.
Back to
we're behind.
to the international shipping.
Yes, it's still
I
there.
feel I was just remembering though one time when you did call into customer service, didn't the customer service agent say something about, oh, you need to put in the weight and measurements in every listing?
Very important for pricing.
For them.
Yes.
So we were wondering if, because we had left that info blank, because we were like, okay, it's going to cost us $35 to, send it. We just have a flat fee. We leave it blank. And then eBay, when they finally got the product, they were like, hell, this thing is huge.
Maybe.
Because they had to base what they charge the buyer on what we say.
What the lady said was, and she was the head of EIS. I called on Sunday morning. I always call it Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. And she was the head or the director of EIS. I got transferred to her. And she said, specifically for the price of shipping, you put in the weight and measures so that they don't overestimate. Send an invoice.
You're 100% right. Like I don't put in my stuff, and I was always curious. So I had actually spoken with somebody about eBay. So if you leave that blank, they basically charge the buyer the most that they can. They have to cover their butt. I get that. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for me and my business to enter in the dimensions of everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what size box it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you can also, I'm a big guesstimator. I just guesstimate on size. I mean, I know how much it's going to cost me to ship it. If they're sending them an invoice for the amount, okay, so it's it's a 10 foot by 10 foot item, and I put in there 2 inches by 2 inches at 10 pounds. So be it. They're going to charge. I don't know how that sorts out, but I would never actually technically do that. I would be much closer, but I won't necessarily, I'm not taking out a tape measure, but I can say if something's 16 inches by 13 inches by 12 inches and weighs roughly X is better than leaving it blank, I think, maybe.
So you do that now?
Yes, we do that. We do that now. Because the lady said to.
6x6. You know what else doesn't make sense? The offer I just received for 55 cents.
You know what? They shouldn't allow pennies.
My
You can't get an
price,
offer below $1.
That has to be just some.
Oh no, the offer I received was 55%
Scammer.
off asking price.
Asking price.
Now does that happen sometimes? There are kind people out there who you have a $60 item and they send you a $58 offer, and I'm like, you're the best. You're the best. I want to hug them. I want to give them a hug.
I sold something last night that it was one of those. Basically, the reason I had asked you about, do you still get emails from people? Is I always have certain items that every time I end and sell similar, I get like a watcher and just go. It's like it just happens and it happens, and every time one of those items sells, I'm just like, oh, thank God that thing's gone. Because it's like I just like, well, sometimes I send these people a message. I'm like, look, I know you've been watching this for a while. Make me an offer. Let's get this done.
Oh, really? You do that? You do that?
Sometimes, because I'm just like, because it's like these people, they're constantly watching these same items, and it's like, okay, what is it going to take to get this thing sold?
What's it going to take for me to get you into this this package today?
Let's make a deal. Come on.
5 and he sent 8. You should tell the story.
Which one?
The book. At the kids.
The book story.
Oh my goodness! So one time, we were at a store, like
toy store,
a toy/book
warehouse
store. this is gonna give you some insight into Maria's negotiating skills. So it was like an as is section, and I don't remember the specifics, but it was like a $5 book. Was it?
$3.
It was $3, and you asked them if they would take $150.
You're a 50%er. I understand that.
She said, "Would you take 2?" And the guy, I mean, this is
He's
a
a
department
third.
cashier. It's like a.
I have no idea why I did that.
And I just walked away.
It wasn't like a church sale.
No. This is a department store.
I didn't even want to negotiate. I just thought you were supposed to.
It was like chapters.
It doesn't make sense that I can't negotiate something.
Yeah, they're like, no,
It was
they're
really-
like, it's
Ma'am, this is Walgreens. Yeah, we don't
Did
negotiate
you not
here.
laugh all the way home, Jeff? Mostly you laughing at me, but we did both laugh all the way
Did you
home.
get the book?
Yeah, I paid the full price.
Oh,
It was so
you caved. You
It was so
caved.
funny.
That's so cute.
yeah.
I saw on one of the Facebook eBay groups, it was a buyer complaining, I hate it when sellers send me offers. I'm not into buying the item. I'm just looking at it. Why do people send me offers all the time? And you should have seen everyone replying.
Bam,
like,
bam.
I
Just
always send offers.
carpet
Don't
bombed her.
follow the item. Don't. Blah, blah, blah. I replied too, but it was very nice. It's
Silver hair
funny.
stackers, you can drive away a big pony polo. Wait, with this big pony polo?
You too can drive away with this big
this
pony
polo.
Oops.
Yes. And every 6x6 says every end and sell similar. I get watchers immediately on the same items, and no one ever just buys or sends an offer
it's
for that.
weird.
Jerky meat flaps. Never heard of that name before.
Jerky meat flaps?
Beef jerky meat flaps.
Oh, hey!
Aloha, I think. Has anyone ever tried putting major effort into Major Wins Bonanza? Someone must be succeeding there.
You just said major wins.
I know. I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose through comedy. I don't think anyone has ever put into Bonanza because you would starve to death, maybe, probably, right?
I mean,
I don't know.
I've never
You
heard
don't
anybody say
have-
"Yay, Bonanza."
If you sell on eBay and it imports into Bonanza, you don't really have to put in major effort because it's it's
If it
automated.
works, if you can actually get your email to allow you on the site, supposedly it just sucks all the items from eBay and puts them on their site, and then
It's
there's
actually good. Perfect.
I don't know if you does. I don't remember. There's no so there's no automatic delist or anything. But if you had something sell on eBay and Bonanza at the same time, you just don't send the thing on Bonanza. Who cares?
Wait, I thought that somebody said that it does delist on Bonanza.
I thought so too, but it might have been Tree Cat. I get everything
No,
confused.
it was before I heard of Tree Cat.
Oh, really? So maybe it's automatic, but I know it was. Somebody said it was a half hour. I thought it was Tree Cat took about a half hour to bring the item off of Bonanza.
That I'm not familiar with.
And I'm like, well, what if somebody has a real hankering for all my stuff at once? What if eBay breaks and there's no limit on my store? All my store is so fresh, such top quality nuggets, all that's, and there's only 2,000 items, less than that. The entire world will just absorb those in 1 minute. All my stuff would sell in 1 minute if there was no block on.
James is saying that Bonanza and what's that? Trudger do delist.
What are you saying? You said words that I've never heard.
TRU.
I did Bonanza, used to pay $600 a year and everything, but since they started charging $2 if you do not use their shipper, I stopped. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, I don't like
They charge $2 on every item that you don't
use their shipping company.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, that's obnoxious.
That's not a good way to get us to come over there, Bonanza.
But hey, Benny's,
where was the other thing
but
you were
Benny
just saying?
Stratton is saying with this new CEO, things might be changing. Remember, he said there's a good
Bonanza.
article to read about that. And Benny is saying that he had 10 sales. Where did he say that? I think 10 sales this month. Things are definitely picking up. Oh, I've had 10 sales so far this month on Bonanza. It's definitely picking up. Whatever the new CEO is implementing is working.
Benny, do you? I don't think we know exactly the type of items. Would you be willing to share what is selling on Bonanza, just so we could know? Is it records, or is it toys, or is it whatever? Basket noodle.
Yeah, I've never heard of this other platform that James is talking about. Truegether.
Truegether. I'll look it up right now and see what it is.
Together.
True.
I've always found that name a bit weird.
No fee marketplace. Best eBay and Shopify something.
Fully automated AI powered.
Yay. That makes me feel great. They've got some Porsche high gloss 76 millimeter Porsche alloy wheel center hubs. Is this James's store? He's selling Porsche hubs. Mm-hmm. Projection. Oh, so you can have your Porsche logo projected off the side of your door onto the ground. Oh, that's nice. I need that for our car.
So Benny sold 2 mugs, action figure, a yearbook, a Disney on Ice program. So just a variety.
Good collectible stuff. Okay. Jack came in with massages.
Together, we're talking about.
Sorry. Benny is talking about Bonanza. He sold
Bonanza.
the 2 mugs, action figure, yearbook.
On Bonanza.
Yeah.
So they are selling, the kind of stuff that we're selling. So that's
Beef Jerky says Together looked very 1995 to me when I checked it out. So it
still does. Yeah.
In another 10 years, it'll be vintage, so it'll be cool.
Yeah. No, it looks really pretty. Yeah. It looks a little 1990s because they've got primary color logo. And that's very Google 1990s. But here's a Roger Rabbit PVC minifigure 1987. Looks a little, well, I wouldn't say it looks like.
Oh, well, that's like
district,
2 inches. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just wanted to look at the layout of the ads. Cute. I mean, it looks fine.
Wait, silver hair he's making a joke. I hear that Little Joe, Haas, and Ben Cartwright sell well on Bonanza. LOL.
That's hilarious.
Were those actors or something from the show?
Yeah.
Okay. I got it.
He got it.
Yay. Thank you. I'd like to thank Silverhair for bringing it up. I'd like to say you for the applause sound effect.
Just working on my J-Lo here. You gotta twist this, right? You gotta twist this when you move it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's squirting some sweat out of my forehead.
This is heavier than Pokey.
Look. See, that one still has. I literally took I've had these for 15 years. That one still got the label on it. I took the label off of this one just today. I haven't used them. I've planned on being healthy for a long time.
Tell them to tell their New York story.
Let's see.
Half
will not.
Maria was to say, tell the New York story of selling the chairs.
Our New York story of selling the chairs. Oh, the one that we just told you. I see. Mm-hmm. You asked me a question about. You were saying that you are going to deliver an item, and I was saying, well, you should take all that money and spend it. Make it a little trip. And I was talking about how, like 10 years ago, we used to do this. This wasn't the only time we pulled this kind of shenanigan, but when we sold those like Herman Miller chairs and stuff, they went for a lot, and then people in New York City would buy them, and we would drive them to them because we had a van. And so somebody bought $1,200, bought 4 Herman Miller like swivel fiberglass chairs, and we charged them $200 to bring them to New York City. That was our standard rate.
That was before gas was like really high priced.
And usually that also meant that we could, if we had to sleep over, because it's about 6.5 hours each way, so we could make the option to eat dinner or do something. So that's why we got $200.
You knew going down there you were going to.
We were going to go crazy. So we went down there, and the lady was super nice, and she was artistic. It was in the cool part of the place where like the meatpacking district or whatever. And we unloaded them. She handed us $1,400 in cash. We got into the van, drove to the W. We went to the W, got out, flipped the keys, to the valet like we were, something. And we checked in there. We went to Nobu. We got some limousine driver was our driver all night. We went to the Dream Inn had just opened, which is a club, and it was there was a party there with Gwyneth Paltrow and a rapper. But I was wearing a hat and my Primo shirt, and apparently you can't go into, and maybe sneakers, and you couldn't go into bars like that, and so I was paying the doorman just to let me go in and check out the bars.
You were like, "Can we just like do a loop in there?" And they're like, "Fine."
Yeah, I gave him the business, and then we ended up on a roof, a really big club place on a rooftop, and we were like, they're like, "You can't come in here with your clothes, but you could if you went to the VIP." So $100, we're in the VIP. We popped a bottle. At the time, I smoked a little, what do you call that there? The ganja. And they let me do that. No one else in the VIP place. It was just us.
So it was really boring until
totally
this
lame.
man was like, who was breaking up with his wife, was like sobbing next to us, and we're like consoling him the whole night.
His wife was in Sweden or something, and he's like, "I don't know what to do," and we're like, "It's okay." And we were drinking and smoking and crazy.
The ride home, 6.5 hours to Vermont,
She
was
almost died.
awful.
And we had to take out like another several $100s to complete our mission.
I mean, we spent the night in New York City, but in the morning, we didn't get back into the hotel until the wee hours in the morning, and then we had to drive. Like
You
slept for
had
maybe.
to sleep for
Oh,
6.5
it was so.
hours.
Okay.
I had to drive. And little did you know, I actually slept half of the way home. Where'd you go? Uh-oh, they left. Okay, we'll go big until they come back. Hi. So anyway, that's a story. That's a 10-year-old story of delivery to New York City. It's hard to deliver things to New York City and not just go crazy and go shopping. Primo and ladies be shopping. Let's see.
Hey, Jeff was asking, what's the funniest pickup delivery story folks have? It's Maria was asking that.
Did you guys leave on purpose? Are you still here? Let's go over here and see if they're here. Oh, no, she's
there
back.
She
okay.
is.
Okay, you're back.
Maria, your hair looks really nice.
There you are. Oh, yes, it does. And you're always angelic with that glow, with your halo behind you.
It just made me think I need to cover that up for Jeff so that you can see him. No, my takeaway from your story is that you're the guy with the fast hands, with the money in the palm to get us in the door. So if I want to go party anywhere or get into
just be right there.
Restaurants, I should go with Spam and Primo because
I'm very
those
spendthrifty.
moves are not that, Jeff's not the smoothest in situations.
Primo's a good negotiator, that's for sure.
I will bestow that upon myself as well. I'm good at sales and
he's a good talker. Hey,
a good talker. I like to talk. Not that strong
Shocker.
a talker. Vince Vaughn and I are not that strong a talkers. But what I took away from our story, besides remembering what a tremendous headache I had after that, but it was a lot of fun. Is that we went to Nobu, right? I forgot that part. We went to Nobu and just we had all the yummy shrimps and all the fun. And we also what I took away from that story is that how much fun reselling used to be. And that's what I took away from that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I love those stories. We have stories like that too.
I mean, because it used to be, we were also younger and could take a lot more punishment. Like today, I don't think I would even drive there and back in one day ever to New York City. I would have to stay, and I would definitely have to get like the little fishes to eat the weirdness off my feet. I need a full foot job. I mean that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Pedicure, right?
A foot job.
I need a pedicure.
Somebody was asking, does anybody sell on? Can you?
Which one?
Layer out the comments.
Who's in the what now?
Does anyone sell on
Alibris?
Alibris or
Booksellers.
A Books? I get Abe's books.
Abe's books. Yeah.
Abe books a lot when I search for a book. Abe's books is like one of the first things I get on Google results.
Yeah, if we could
Get our shit together.
That's really what it amounts to. We're really so set in our ways at this point. Although eventually you will see, we won't just talk about it. We will be on Amazon for books because I know that's going to be good. Definitely the books, because we have 10,000 of them. We've got to figure out something other than just eBay.
Where are those books physically right now?
They're in storage, off-site storage. And we do have a video, again, it's 2 weeks in the making here, of where we show you our little prep area and take you to storage too. Hopefully I'll get that out someday.
Yes, I can't read.
Basket Noodle says, make a fish tank from the Macintosh. New guys years back then would make fish tanks and sell them. Yes, you can, but that one works, so I wouldn't do it with that particular one.
So this sounds interesting.
But that is a good idea. It looks really cool when people do that.
Jeff and Basket Noodle, you're talking about something about, what's this? I once had the USPS driver deliver an entire box truck of priority mailers to me by accident. Pallets on my front lawn.
Oh my gosh.
There were 18 pallets. Memory serves me corrected on my front lawn. Oh, that's awful. I flipped out. So they had to have the little USPS Jeeps come in to get them.
Unload one pallet at a time. We have about a pallet of priority mail boxes left because we don't use priority mail since ground advantage has happened. There's no purpose for very little. 1 out of 200 packages now might go priority mail. And that would be, just if I was being nice to somebody, because the price is almost not even worth
I
doing.
thought they had limits on how much you could order of each.
Well, if you're a big company, they probably.
Yeah.
But they put it on your lawn, on your front lawn. It's like, is this house actually able to?
He wanted 18 individual things, and they sent him 18
pallets. I mean, right on. Way to
18 pallets.
Why wouldn't they have questioned that?
That's so crazy.
That's obnoxious of them, huh?
That is nuts. Nuts, I say. How did your lawn look afterwards? Yeah, I'll bet it was smushed.
Oh, it was around
dented.
2002.
He said dented.
Well, Benny says, I sell on, this is RE, the Abe books and the other books. I sell on both.
What?
There's
Amazon
a good site
owns them.
for Abe.
Benny's on every single platform you can think of. Is there anything you don't sell on Benny?
Seriously, Benny. But it's mainly for collectors that buy on those two sites. Just wondering. So the books that we're selling now are collectors' books because they're ex libris from one man's library, Frank Manchel. They're all about film theory and study and films. And they are, a lot of them, most of them are first editions, first printings. A lot of them also have his notes in them or highlighting. This does not seem to affect our sales in this case. So, like today, I sold one of those books. I put $120 on it. It's, it's just a book. It's a book. To me, it's just a book, but it's highly collectible. Somebody from an Asian country, because he had characters, he offered me 50 and I took it because, I don't care. I have 10,000 books.
Wait, he offered 50? How much?
I had 120 on it or something. He was less than half of
Oh,
what.
okay. It sounded like you said 15.
I took no insult on that, and I was like, cha-ching.
Is this the stuff that you're selling kind of on consignment?
Yeah, this is the books are consignment in the sense that I guess you could call it consignment. We get 50% of the sales of the books, but we made a deal and got prepaid for a whole bunch of it. No, I'm sorry. We paid. How did we do this? I don't even know.
It sounds like you kind of put like a deposit down on them.
No, they gave us money.
But
I don't know. I can't even remember. It's a friend of mine, so
we're
it's not
selling
like that
it, right? We are
complicated.
selling it for somebody else, and we just cut the profits 50-50.
So they belong to a nonprofit corporation. So I'm technically in business with a nonprofit, splitting the profits. But my friend who bought all the books donated the books to the nonprofit.
But the nonprofit never took ownership of the books.
Couldn't deal with them all.
Because they had no
So I
place to
said,
put
I will
them.
turn those books into money. That's what I said. And then I don't understand how we got into this unique situation where
I don't either.
I got prepaid to sell. Oh, it was part of the Rolls Royce deal.
It was part of the Rolls Royce deal.
It was part of when I sold my Rolls Royce to my friend. He gave me.
You got payment and books.
I got payment and books, so I don't have to get. I'm not splitting
Yes.
a big portion of these.
Yeah, for a while we don't have to.
That's how it goes.
Got it. Okay.
I don't even know what I do half the time. I'm just like, as long as I did something, I feel like I accomplished.
Major Win is asking why you choose Charlie Angels for the top image.
Because the first day we did it,
Primo.
and then the first day we did it, I was just looking for a picture, and that one struck my fancy, and then I never changed it. I thought I was going to change the picture every show. I would just change the picture, but somehow they're looking right into my eyes, and I just like that. Jacqueline Smith, look at her. She is just like flippy hair.
Wow.
I wish they'd give me a what do you call that with the feet?
A foot
Use
job.
A Patagonia. A
pedicure.
pedicure.
Use Alvin and the Chipmunks, Benny is saying. Oh, Ro is laughing so hard right now.
Because we know why Banshee. We wanted to know how the name span. We know what Banshee is,
Well,
right?
no. I wanted to know how those two words got put together. Spam Banshee.
Him.
Well, Spam is I called her Spam. So her first tiki name was Mary Tyler Mowry, which is like
Mary
Polynesian.
Tyler Moai,
They're
right?
from New Guinea.
Oh.
And then I switched you to Mary Tyler Moai.
Oh, okay.
And then Maoris are part of Pacific Islanders, and they're warriors, and they're from New Guinea, New Zealand,
New Zealand,
and they often have tattooed faces and stuff. So what's that?
They're the All Blacks, the rugby team that does the dance. You know the haka with the faces.
Yes, so they're awesome, and so that was her first name. Then we're part of the Fraternal Order of Moai.
Yeah.
So she became Mary Tyler Moai, and then I'm like, this just isn't that cool. And then Spam is a huge thing in the islands and in our FOM community and stuff. So, and she's also 95% Irish when she got her Ancestry.com back. And sometimes she screams really loud and scares me like a banshee. So then it just Spam Banshee. Yeah, like that. So she's Spam Banshee.
And when he's saying my first name, second name, that's when we go to our tiki event over in Lake George, New York. You come up with fun names, and he would surprise me with the names that would be on our lanyard badges. So I would never know what my name was going to be until I would see it at each event. And
Spam Banshee stuck.
Spam Banshee stuck. I like that one for sure. Yeah.
I love it.
Thanks.
The Irish, that explains the gorgeous red hair. Jeez,
Oh, that's not real.
It's dyed, but she has that, like her hair is brown naturally, but if you look at it in the sunlight, it has that super deep, you can see reddish in that
It's
darkness.
gorgeous.
Yeah. But she likes
Thanks.
her roots are like
roots,
that
yeah.
big. Her roots are that big. She has a crown of roots.
I do.
Roots.
I do. God.
Did anybody watch? We recommended 2 weeks ago to watch Poor Things. Anybody watch that? And how do you feel about yourselves now?
I
Watch what?
Poor Things. You
No,
gotta watch Poor Things.
Yeah, it's a interesting movie.
It's crazy.
Crazy good.
Crazy good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Emma Stone's in it.
bonkers.
It's bonkers. Yeah.
It's totally bonkers. Everything. It's very artistic, but it's a very interesting story.
Basket Noodle would like Poor Things. I don't mind. Charlie's Angels looking at me whilst I'm naked in my chair. Basket Noodle. That's probably not a joke, though.
Patricia's coming up with all of these trios, Mo, Larry, and Curly.
She's in her own little world right now.
Oh, she's offering new people there.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
How do
Hey,
you?
I like
How
that
would you?
one.
You don't want to see Charlie's Angels anymore? People are sick of Charlie's Angels. How can
Winkin',
that be?
blinkin', and nod.
Toad and the snake that chased them. You don't know Frog and Toad?
No, I've never heard of that.
Is it Canadian?
I bet Patricia knows Frog and Toad.
Is it Canadian?
No, why do you always ask if things are Canadian?
If
when
I've
you don't
never
know
heard of them, they're probably Canadian. Like if there's a song playing on the radio, I'm like, I've never heard this before. Are they Canadian? And she's like, oh yeah, they're the Tragically Hip. I'm like, oh, they're tragically horrible is what they are.
Speaking
I
of
know,
Canadian,
seriously. Silver hair stacker. I totally agree.
I was watching something.
She's staring right at me. Those eyes are for me. I see you.
There was a women's convention over in what's that?
What? Patricia just said what?
A women's convention. The woman from MSNBC hosts it.
Oh, Mika. Know Your Value.
Know Your Value, because it was Women's Day. And Shania Twain was one of the guests. And she said bean. She said bean. I was like, hey, that's a Canadian thing. Bean. Bean.
Do you say bean?
With no light.
M?
Like this way.
Does M say bean?
No?
No? What is it?
No.
How do you say bin? Like I've been to the store, or
I've been to
that's
the.
not proper.
Oh, bean. Yeah, we say bean.
Yeah, bean.
Have you
Use it in
have you been to the store?
Oh, she's so beaning.
She's being, but we say bean. Have you been
Well,
to the
see, California, my California accent's bin, B-I-N. So I think in the South they say Ben.
I don't know how, now that you ask me, I don't
Ben,
know
Bin, and Bean.
bin?
Actually, we should get a picture of Ben, Bin, and Bean. That's who we'll put up there next.
And Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Jacqueline Smith is on the left.
Jacqueline
She's
Smith.
not
Kate,
wearing the yellow.
Kate, what's her name?
She's by the. Okay.
What?
She's above Primo, is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's Kate, Farrah, and Jacqueline. And then there's Chrissy, the other blonde one, who was pretty good too. But she's not original, so we'll stick here. Chrissy. Oh, Chrissy was one of the best from Three's Company. Unrelated. We could put Three's Company up there, though. Okay, I'll change it next time.
Beef jerky.
Okay, you guys got to me. I'll change it for next week.
You reduce the horn usage.
You guys are just beating me down. The one guy that quit unsubscribed last week because I played the horn too much.
On Monday.
Yeah, AJ or whatever. Yes.
I almost typed in the chat. Bye, AJ. Beep,
Aloha.
Hopefully they
Don't
stuck
honk yourself
around,
on
but
the way out.
yeah, the horn can be annoying to some people.
Sabrina, Kelly, and Chris. Sabrina, Kelly, and
Silverhair's like, no, don't take my Jacqueline away.
They don't want to lose the three.
Maybe you need to do a survey.
Major win. If you quit, if you change the pick, we're quitting.
Yeah, leave it. You leave it.
okay.
He's gonna do a poll. A poll.
Just because we can. I mean, it's like.
Beef jerky meat flaps was saying the show would be more Canadian if you all got green slimed whenever you said I don't know. Green slime, that's a Nickelodeon show, right? I remember that. Yeah.
What was that show?
Right, what was that? beef jerky meat flaps. What was the show? That is the funniest
I think
thing.
that's rude, but I don't know.
No, because someone was like, "Oh, I take it you like candles," and they said, "Yes." Does it have something to do with candles? Beef jerky meat flaps.
You can't do that on television.
Yes.
Ah, okay, yes. Yes. See, everybody,
So start the poll.
this chat right here knows everything about everything in the world. Somebody in this chat knows everything. We know it all. There's just no way that we don't know. Should we switch up the background pictures or keep the
angels?
And then I have to change this to keep. And I'll change this to sweet.
He's actually doing a poll.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna start it right now.
Boom.
Well, because we want the people.
We need them to decide. This is your show. This is your show.
Alanis Morissette was on that show.
She was on that show too?
Sure.
She was on Shawshank?
Shawshank.
Shawshank. Silverhair does not know quantum physics, unfortunately.
I know Quantum Leap.
Oh, yeah.
Was Alanis Morissette
my
like a
God.
regular cast member, or was she just a guest star?
Kent wants Carrie Underwood. Who's Carrie Hamilton? Kent Hamilton wants Carrie Underwood.
Oh, it's close. It's almost 50-50.
Oh, no.
Carrie Underwood
you guys.
is a blonde.
We have a very even.
Wasn't she American Idol?
Yes, she
Underwood?
was. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember. I know who she is now. Yep, blonde. Yep.
18 votes split down the middle.
This is a very evenly split group too. It's amazing, and there's no way to demographic this. It's just like everyone's just like it's just a perfectly even. Everybody's just so even in here. We benefit each other. We're like synergistic.
Oh, Benny's like, how about the Beatles? Since there's 4 of us.
It's true. We could do.
And Pokey.
And we don't even have to. It could be anybody up there. I mean, just any old people that we want to see. I just like seeing them. They make me feel like I'm in the 70s or something, which is my favorite place to feel like I'm in. I'm not in my 70s yet.
Oh, Atlantis was in 5 episodes in junior high.
Silverhair Stacker voted 3 times.
Wait, can you vote?
I don't think you can.
You're so funny, Silverhair. Todd.
Todd's over on the. Todd comes to us. Also has his own YouTube channel, and he's often on Bearded Pickers show weekly. So.
I like the Three's Company idea too.
Dim and knock on the door. Take a step on his name. Where the
Wait,
kisses
I
of
can't hear
hers and hers and his. What? Go ahead.
What were you saying, Jeff?
It's looking like we're going to keep it based on the pool.
Okay. Oh, we're at 60. I'm gonna close this off. You got 10 seconds to put in your.
It's poll. You say poll. Based on the
Ooh, that's so Canadian of you, pronunciation.
poll. It's poll.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Hawaii
5,
Choco!
4, 3, 2, 1. Poll is ended. We are Charlie's Angels forever.
60 some odd percent. Charles!
And Charles in charge with a 9.99.
Hawaii
Okay,
Hawaii
well,
5-0.
you get a little special consideration for
Okay,
that.
so next week.
True,
we'll do
possible.
Hawaii.
Well, I won't say that for sure.
Okay.
People voted, but at some point, maybe Charles Angel. I mean, maybe Hawaii 5-0 will pop up in there. Thank you so much, Charles. Oops, sorry. I just horned you.
Well, on that note, I should
Wait,
probably-
it hasn't even been 3 hours yet.
It's been 2 hours. Almost.
Okay, you guys,
Almost.
if you guys don't mind liking this video, for some reason people didn't like my Future So Bright last week, I'm going to have to go change the title to that to We All
Doomsday.
Died. We all died in this chat, or something terrible. And maybe...
You won't believe what happened.
Yeah, you won't believe how many people were murdered during this chat.
This chat will change your life.
Oh, Rochelle.
This chat will. What happened? Who? What? Who's in the what now?
Rochelle.
Rochelle Lenore. Aloha. I don't remember your name, so I think might be your first time.
I
Welcome.
feel like I've seen her
Have you?
name
Maybe.
before.
Rochelle. Well, welcome anyway, nonetheless. We're just about to end, so welcome. Sorry, we started at 1, and Jeff pretends like he has something to do when really he's just going to go do the backstroke in his room of gold coins.
I'm doing fake calculations here, and
Well, we at least have to stay on until the $9.99 chat.
Oh
runs
yes,
out.
we'll run that out. So if you guys do want to go, that's fine.
Leave us fine.
If you want to just leave us, and I'm messing around with my middle finger because it feels more flexible than it should be. I think my bones went soft. Is that possible?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. My middle finger.
Ro is Major's wife. She's no longer.
A silent ninja.
Oh really? Welcome. Awesome. Did I give her the horn? Let's give her another horn as a newbie.
Yay!
She's a convert.
Ro!
Now, that's the proof that there are converts to the horn. She hated the horn even through his headphones, but now is like, yes, I can do that.
So if she likes it, anyone will
Did
like
you guys
it.
start your show yet? It's the, because now I remember it's the at Row show. The at Row show.
they have a YouTube channel.
They're planning on it. And I'm planning on, we're going to plan on having
Brian,
Amy
peace
and
out.
them on sometime maybe, if they want to be. But we're falling behind. That'll be a little bit until I get some other things squared away, so we have more time to focus on it. But yes, that was your horn, Rochelle. We're going to go now because we have to, and Hayfrosells has to. Then the Charles is 9. Oops, I'm gonna heart that too.
Oh yes,
Thank
Charles.
you.
Thank you. That was really sweet.
Really appreciate that. Den Degore Depot says going to have a drink in the beautiful weather while listing from the draft bank. Awesome.
Our son went in. Our son is hiding. Our actual, the sun in the sky.
Oh, the sun. I was like, where's the dog? Where's the dog?
He's right here.
Patricia's going to heat up the hot glue gun and pack a big clock.
Woo!
That's
Lucky you
what
said that
she
right.
said. What?
Wait, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh no!
Hey,
Wait, we lost
Hold
you
on.
guys.
We're coming back. I don't know
We
where we
got
are.
too excited.
Okay, back.
Oh, there you are.
Patricia.
Oh, Muppet music request.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll do that. Okay, so
Wait,
we'll
Charles.
Charles is back. Is Charles is going to try to keep us on here by super chatting us, which might work. Thank you so much again. Or is that just showing the same one again?
I think it's just showing this.
Yeah,
one.
Okay.
yeah, I think so.
But don't do another one, please, because we got it.
But thank everybody for showing and spending some time with us today.
Okay, yes, thank you, everybody. I thought you were telling me.
Thank
to thank
you.
them. Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
please
everyone.
like and subscribe if you haven't. We'll be here on We'll be here on Friday at 4 for our non-eBay related Tiki show, and then Monday at 1 for
Pickle tickle.
Pickle Tickle, and then on
I'm
Wednesday.
just reading Ken's message.
And then on Wednesday for this show again. We'll be back to this show.
Oh, Major Win.
Major Web, thank you.
And another do.
Okay, guys.
Do.
Okay, here we go. This is how we end the show on Wednesdays now.
Oh, we don't have sound anymore.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Oh, I don't think they can hear the music. Can you hear the music? Oh, they can't hear the Muppets. Can you now?
Aloha, everybody. See you next week.
Aloha.